This is my review of the Airpods Pro, and I have to say that I'm really impressed with the movements that Apple has made to this generation of wireless buds. But what really holds them aback is the fact that they are relatively expensive for wireless earphones, but is it worth spending the extra penny and acquiring them? I got to borrow these AirPods from my friend to express my honest opinion and thoughts, and here is my take on the new Airpods Pro. Diving into design, we can see that the case enclosing the AirPods almost shares the footprint as the older generation of AirPods. The only aspect being that it is a bit wider, but at least it's not chunky like the other wireless earbuds cases, and it also sits flush within the pockets. The case also charges the AirPods wirelessly like the second generation ones and provides battery life of approximately 24 hours. Opening the case reveals the AirPods, which now look relatively different compared with its predecessors. The major design changes is that they now include silicone rubber tips and also have a shorter stem length. It is also worth noting that the Airpods Pro no longer support touch gestures but have little indents in the stems, which allows for gesture controls by simply squeezing them since they are force touch sensitive. This was a major upgrade since the touch gestures before were rather finicky. The squeezing mechanism allows the user to either play, pause, forward music, answer calls, activate Siri, and even to trigger the transparency modes, which we'll talk about in a minute. However, you can't increase the music volume within the AirPods, so you'll be forced to use your paired device instead. For this generation, Apple decided to add silicone tips, which unfortunately are proprietary, so acquiring genuine ones from third-party manufacturers will be rather difficult. They come in different sizes and also have a protective mesh layer beneath, which prevents wax from protruding into the speaker grill. The rubber tips also provide a secure fit and also allows the user to perceive the music well without any obstructions. Speaking of fitting the ear, the Airpods Pro have an automatic feature which allows you to determine if you use the correct size of earbuds by playing some music and taking into account the curvature of your ear canals. Once everything fits, it gives you a notification if you have a good seal or you may have to change them for another size. The Airpods Pro also have a pressure vent that prevents the pressure buildup, which occurs especially when wearing earphones with rubber tips. The most outstanding feature about these AirPods is the fact that they support noise cancelling and transparency mode. For the noise cancelling, this feature works by capturing sounds within the environment using the built-in mics and then cuts out the noise captured, enabling you to listen to music in busy environments with almost no noise. This comes in handy especially in restaurants or even airplanes, allowing users to fully perceive music without obstructions from any noises. Here's a demo of how it sounds. The next feature is transparency mode, which works the same way as noise cancelling, but instead amplifies the sounds from the environment, allowing you to be able to hear your surroundings while still listening to your music. It is quite a handy feature, especially in scenarios where one gets to hear flight announcements in airports while still listening to music, or even being aware of vehicles in traffic while crossing the roads. Again, here's a demo of how it works. Now, besides the noise cancelling mode and the transparency mode, there's also the normal mode that works as if they're generic earbuds. It is good to see how well this feature integrates with Apple devices. However, unfortunately, the transparency mode or even the noise cancelling mode doesn't work for Android devices, but Bluetooth still works perfectly without any major hitch. is no doubt that these earpods sound better than the previous ones. Music now sounds more detailed and richer. There is also a noticeable wider range of frequencies, and there is something about the mids that makes them stand out. It is easy to nitpick the instruments being played clearly, and also the highs do not sound distorted as they have an internal mic which listens to the music being played and alters it using an algorithm to ensure that the mids and highs are well balanced. It is really an interesting feature that was added to this generation of AirPods. The lows are also present at a reasonable amount, but its rivals such as the Powerbeats Pro sound more heavy bass oriented than the AirPods Pro. The AirPods also have an adaptive equalizer that manages the pass-through of frequencies according to the shape of your ear canal, providing you with the best listening experience. Overall, I am fairly impressed with the sound quality of these devices. Going into battery life, the AirPods last for around 4.5 hours from a single charge. If they happen to drain completely, the AirPods can allow you to use them for 1 hour by just charging for 5 minutes. The AirPods themselves last 30 minutes less than the AirPods second generation, but that is subjective since the AirPods Pro use a higher percentage of power to deliver better music experience and also to facilitate the noise cancelling features and transparency feature. Going into extras, it is also worth noting that they are IPX4 water resistant, and with future firmware updates which are coming soon, the AirPods will be able to support spatial sound, giving you a 3D movie theater experience and also calibrating your music according to your head's position. To conclude, this is an impressive set of earbuds. For the money, you can't go wrong with the advantage of the convenient features it offers. The AirPods Gen 1 and 2 are still worth the choice considering the noise cancellation isn't really a priority for most users. They still sound great, but with all refinements made to the AirPods Pro, you truly can't deny that this is the better bet.